Thursday, and I'm coming to you from Orlando, Florida for Franchise Live in 5. And this is the weekly Facebook post that I do to highlight the chapters, pillar by pillar, the chapters in my book, which came out in October, called Adventures in Franchise Ownership. So we are on chapter 14, which is hard to believe. The weeks have gone very fast, and the pillar is pillar 4. And pillar 4 is called method management, to focus your business. And so the idea behind the chapters in pillar 4 is that you're going to gain more clarity about how to keep performing at a higher level than you're doing now, so that quarter by quarter, year by year, you're getting higher and higher in your system rankings till you get to be a top performing franchisee. Just like Eric Holm, who's my featured franchisee in chapter 14, which is called This Is How You Sleep at Night. Eric, really super great guy, is a Golden Corral franchise owner, franchisee, owns about, 31 restaurants in the Southeast, 31 Golden Corrals. I don't think I said that. But he says, what keeps me up at night when I interviewed him? Things that are difficult to control. In the food business, that means food safety and also what the 1%ers might say on social media outlets. So I stay focused on building careers, and he explains how that builds loyal employees and loyal clients, and that 1/3 of his managers have come from the crew. So this is a guy that knows what he's talking about when I asked him what keeps him up at night. And so the first thing that I try to emphasize in here is that method management, and my recommendation for running your franchise, is to focus on short term, focus on the short term goals. And by short term, I don't mean don't think about long term, but again, you're just one person. Stay focused on what you need and want to accomplish this year. I did some research on the Chick-fil-A founder, Truett Cathy, and in his book, his son Dan says Dad chafes at the idea of thinking more than 6 to 8 months in advance. He doesn't plan long term because he likes to take advantage of unexpected opportunities. So keeping things short term focused will help you stay focused on what your goals are for the year. 3 basic tools that I outline in method management. The first one is programs. Programs are how you effect the change that you want to make in your business. Of course, you're going through the pillars. You're going through loyalty, you're going through leadership, and you're going through your money metrics. So the changes that you want to make in all of those. The second one are the processes, and that's actually how you implement the programs and the changes that you have targeted for this year. And then the third one is layering. And layering, if you stay with me on my pillar metaphor, layering is the way that you build your pillars, and you're building them simultaneously. So the framework is that you're building these 3 pillars, and if something isn't working or isn't working this year, you simply take it away. Maybe you substitute it with something else that now is going to have a better impact for you. So the 3 processes, again, programs, processes, and layers. And then I also talk about to complement or create. So I'm never talking about going against your franchise organization processes. Many times you just need to complement them for the success in your local market and for your particular business. So there's a little bit about that in the chapter. And then I give some specific examples about enhancing a layer and other things that you can do. So every year you're basically looking at 3 different areas of your business and how those will help you get to where you want to be. The cool thing I think about method management is that it creates all these synergies. Synergies that where you do one thing on one pillar, perhaps it's in the loyalty area, well, guess what? That's going to impact your metrics pillars. And then also you do something in leadership that may impact the other 2 pillars. But it's very uncanny once you're inside of this process or this approach, how that works. And so the last thing that I want to close with is a little section in the book I call Busboys, Waitresses, and Restaurant Magnets. And I kind of muse about how if Truett Cathy knew Eric Holmes, that I know they would love each other. They would like each other and respect each other because they both started as busboys. They both came from the ground up in the restaurant business and ended up in these restaurant magnet type echelons. So, you know, I try to add a little, you know, homespun stuff to it that I hope you'll appreciate. And last, I guess I had one more thing, is it is deceptively simple. What I just explained sounds pretty easy. Hopefully, it sounds pretty easy. The trick, the key, is that you have to repeat and you have to be super highly disciplined in order for this to work. But those that I quote in the book and that I interviewed in many, many different segments will tell you it does take a lot of discipline and certainly a lot of hard work to be a top performing franchisee. So that's it. I'll see you next week. If you want to get the book, you can always find it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target.com, and hopefully in your small local bookstore as well. So thanks again for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your week.